Hello, classy people. How y'all doing? Wayne Bolden here at the Speed King Studio. Hope everybody's doing well as we move towards another weekend of great racing. We're here to do the Charlestown Grade 2. That's right. It is the classic for them. Their big night out there in West Virginia. It's a bunch of very nice horses, a field of 10 in the Grade 2 Classic on a mile and the eighth. You know some of the characters. Race number 12, Friday night. Not a bad field at all. But before we get going, as always, quick commercial. We need your support. You know what to do. Subscribe, ring the bell, do the whole nine. Come on, please. Call to action. Help us out. Okay, so again, there's a lot of horses in here. You know the characters. A couple of our viewers wanted us to at least look at the race. We had such a huge schedule this weekend with everything going on with the Travis and all the stake races up there, and of course the one big Pat O'Brien stakes out at Del Mar, and some of our other pet plays that we put videos out on. But you know, I wanted to at least put a video or two out at Charlestown and recognize them out at West Virginia. And the Classic is a beautiful race for $800,000. The number one horse, is Warrior's Charge. You know this here, 5-year-old, 16 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, and 3/3 for a cool $1 million. That's right, he's trained by the Brad Cox. That is the Mary horse, Warrior's Charge, by the untouchable barn of Brad Cox. Speed figures are in line here. It really is. Down on the rail, you know Warrior Charge jumps up now and then and run a big race. The horse was second in his very last start. Let me get some data a little bit closer to me that I can see. In the Stephen Foster, he ran second behind Maxville on June 28th. That's nothing to sneeze at. And as you know, he has been tangling with some of the best horses around. Horses like Pirate's Punch and By My Standard. So again, Warrior's Charge is a oldie but goodie. Lightly raced, seemed like he's been around forever. You know, just like By My Standard, but he's only got 16 starts and 5 of them are wins. And he does have $1 million, and he's only 3-1 on the line here. So again, anybody's taking a positive position on him, I'm not mad at you. I don't particularly like him in this spot. I think that he has every right to run underneath, but I don't think that he's going to be a win candidate. I don't think he's nearly fast enough, okay, in this spot. The number 2 horse, Noble Drama. Well, Noble Drama has 27 starts, is a 6-year-old with 9 wins. And I mean, the speed figures are just too light on the number 2 horse, Noble Drama. And he's 8-1 on the money line. I don't know what that's all about, but that's a little short in here. I mean, if you're going to take a risk versus reward, Noble Drama at 8-1 is that's an underlay for this horse. Speed figures are just absolutely horrible. And let's not spend no more time on Noble Drama, and let's throw him, the number 2 horse, off the ticket. Well, Rushie, okay. I mean, I've always had a weakness for this horse, Rushie. You know what? He got 11 starts, 3 wins, 2 seconds, and 2/3 for $600,000. Again, Mike McCarthy is some kind of trainer, and you know what? Victor Espinoza is in to ride this one. You know, he ran 6th in the San Diego Stakes on July 17th behind Express Train in Tripoli. And you and I know that Tripoli won the Pacific Classic. I thought the Pacific Classic race was weak, but Tripoli did win it. And Rushie came out of that San Diego Stakes, you know, with Rushie. But this 4-year-old has always kept great company with folks like Nick's Go, Hussein's Team, Sharp Samurai, and Rushie's 3-year-old races are awesome. I mean, they're just absolutely awesome. And when the horse returned as a 4-year-old after about a 5-month layoff from November, which is Breeders' Cup time last year, back to his first start as a 4-year-old in April at Oakland Park, overnight stake race for $400,000, and he got beat by a nose by My Standard. And the horse that ran 3rd was Wells Bayou, who I always like Wells Bayou, and I think that's a Brad Cox horse. And his second race off the layoff was the Grade 1, let me see, it's the Grade 1 race there at Santa Anita. It's the Gold Cup. He had the Santa Anita Gold Cup on May 31st, and he ran fourth to Country Grammar and Royal Ship, and again Express Train. His third start out as a 4-year-old, again tangling with Grade 2 horses, Express Train and Tripoli. So as a 4-year-old, I'm a little disappointed with 3 starts on Rushie and hasn't gotten it done. But I will tell you this, okay? All 3 of those starts are Grade 1 races against very, very nice horses. Royal Ship, Tripoli, Express Train, by my standards. So when he returned as a 4-year-old, he tangled with the best of them. It's coming off a 41-day layoff, and I can see the upside for this 4-year-old. Okay, that's number 3, Rushie. The number 4 horse, Bourbon Calling, 23 starts, 5 wins, 3 seconds, and 5 thirds. The horse is by dialed in. This is an Ian Wilkes horse. This horse, the number 4 horse, Bourbon Calling, speed figures are very, very light here. I don't think that this horse is in a great position to beat anybody. If you want to use him underneath, you can. I'm throwing him all the way off the ticket. The number 4, Bourbon's Calling. I mean, nice enough older horse in his own right. Has earned $300,000, but I don't like him in this spot. The number 5, well, Jose Ferreira is in to ride Informative. 26 starts and only 3 wins. Here's another horse, just like Bourbon Calling. The number 5 is 20-1, Informative. This is the race. This is the horse that Jose Ferreira lit up the tote board at Monmouth Park in the Salvatore Mile race on June 12th at 79-1. I'm throwing the 5 horse, Informative, off the ticket. New York Traffic. Well, I know there's always been a lot of hubbub about this horse, New York Traffic, trained by Safi Joseph. The horse is by Cross Traffic, 14 starts, 3 wins, and 4 seconds. Very, very speedy, and I expect him to be on the lead here. He did run 4th in the Monmouth Cup behind Dr. Pose and Night Ops. And again, I understand that he's very, very speedy. He should get to the front. And the most attractive thing about the number 6, New York Traffic, to me, is that he's 8-1. I think that that's an overlay. This horse shouldn't be 8-1. Okay, so I mean, right there is a value play all in itself. I would expect the upside on here. By the way, he came out of the Salvatore Mile. That's the race that Informative, the 5 horse, at 79-1 with Jose Ferreira, beat him. So the number 6 horse is New York Traffic, and I think he needs to be considered as a contender in here. And the number 7 horse, Sleepy Eyed Tide. This horse hasn't been the same since he came back from over at Dubai. Speed figures are horrible. The horse has 19 starts, does have 8 wins. And again, he just has not been the same since he has come back from UAE. You know, maybe he'll jump up and run a big, big race here. I didn't like his last speed figure, but his numbers back there at Gulfstream Park are good and equivalent. Horse is only 6-1 here. Sleepy Eyed Tide. Use him underneath. I don't think he's a win contender. And the number 8, Art Collector. Everybody knows how much I love Art Collector. I had him as one of our best bets over there at a stake race at Saratoga with Louis Saez up. Nothing has changed. Louis is back, the number 8 horse. This horse is trained by my guy, Classy Billy Mott. 13 starts and 6 wins. That's right, almost 50% wins. So the number 8, Art Collector, obviously is going to be one of our top choices in here with Louis Saez. The one thing that I don't like about it is that he's 5-2 in this spot, but we would surely take it. We took 9-5 on August 6th over there, so you know, we're not mad about that. Speed figure is awesome. I think Art Collector has finally turned the corner and got that stake race under his belt. He's heading in the right direction. And this horse, number 8, Art Collector, is a serious, serious contender in this spot. Well, The number 9 horse, Restraint Vengeance, the number 9 horse is an oldie but goodie. 32 starts this 6-year-old. Speed figures are a cut below these, not much. I would use this horse to number 9 in the 3rd slot, or maybe sneak him up in the 2nd slot. He is 15-1. His speed figure is a tick and a half below the top contenders in here, like the Art Collectors and I believe New York Traffic as well, and Warrior's Charge. But the number 9 does deserve to be used underneath. He does have 9 wins, 4 second and 3/3 from 32 starts. The horse really don't do anything but run and show up in the money. That's all the number Restraint Revenge does. So I would use him underneath. I don't think he's a win contender in this spot. And the last horse, thank God, is the number 10, Air Token. Air Token has 23 starts, 6 wins, 7 seconds, and there's nothing about this horse I like. The number 10, there's nothing about this horse that I like. So, where are we? We're here at the Classic at Charlestown, Friday night, a mile and 1/8. It's a field of 10. We took a sneak at all 10 of them. What do we know and what do we think? Well, the first thing we know is that New York Traffic at 8-1 is just too big. The horse will and should get to the front. I mean, he never wins anything, but you know what? This horse is very, very fast. And Warrior's Charge on the rail is very, very quick. So I expect the 1 and the 6 horse here, Warrior's Charge being the 1 on the rail to send, from the rail. Flo is in town to ride for Cox, obviously. And of course, Tyler is in to ride the 6, New York Traffic, for Saffie Joseph. So the 1 and 6 is your pace. They should set the race up very nicely. And of course, Art Collector, the number 8 horse, coming off that beautiful, beautiful race. If there's one knock I have on the 8, is that he's back in 21 days. I don't particularly like that. Okay, so what do we know? Here's what we know. We don't like the 4, 5, or the 10 horse in this spot. We know that Art Collector is going to be one of my top picks. But I'm going to do something fancy here. I'm telling you, and I believe it's true. I'm going to take the number 3 horse, Rushie, as our top pick. Rushie's 5-1 on the morning line. Like I said, the horse has wonderful, wonderful 3-year-old line, tangling with the best in the business. Comes out as a 4-year-old after 5 months off the Breeders' Cup in April. First start as a 4-year-old. Runs a beautiful, beautiful race. Get nosed by my standard. Then they take him to the Grade 1 stake race, and then they take him to a Grade 2 stake race, and then they take him to a Grade 1 stake race. I like Rushie in this spot, and I think 5-1 is just too big, and I think they're going to kind of overlook Rushie. I mean, you got some national horses in here, Warrior's Charge, obviously. Everybody know New York Traffic if you're on the LIE or the Cross Bronx Expressway or the BQE. Everybody know New York Traffic. And Art Collector is a little short, but I mean, these are better horses than the ones he faced the last time we bet him. And I think they're just going to fall asleep on a horse that I believe is just as classier, if not more so, than anybody. So what do we know? Here's what we know. The Speed King's top 2 picks in the race, we're only going to take 2. We're going to take Rushie first. That's going to be our top pick. That's right. We're not getting cute. We just think that the horse is sitting on a nice race. And Victor Espinoza is in town. That's right, the old man. He has a Hall of Fame career ahead of him, and he's going to be there, right? We like Rushie, and of course the number 8 horse, Art Collector. That is our second choice. So do we like the number 3 Rushie at 5-1, and Art Collector with my guy Louis Saez on him, as well as my trainer, Art Collector, Billy Mott. There you go, folks. As always, if you're watching the video, please see our disclaimer down there in the description. And if they go low, you know to go high. Stay classy. Good luck this weekend. And of course, watch all of our videos. Subscribe to our channel. We need your support if you want to see us to continue to do this. We do a lot of content. We do it just for you. Anytime you guys ask me to do something, Scotty Mac, Mr. Joy. We kind of do it, even though it's a lot of work, and we still got to put it together. So again, watch the videos, watch the ads. It drives revenue. Buy the Speed King of Coffee. Donate us anything to help support us. We pour the money right back into our studio because it's a passion of love, all right? So let's go towards a great weekend. Let's make some Speed King shackles this weekend. Travers Day. Did I tell you we're going to beat the champ with Midnight Bourbon? That's right. Stay classy, folks. I'll talk to y'all real soon. Have a great weekend. Be safe.